So picture this. You just achieved something that you worked hard for, maybe a promotion, right? You worked hard for it and you got it. Or you plan to set up a new business and you actually achieved it. Or there was something that you thought was impossible for you to achieve and you actually achieved it. And so you are happy, celebrating, joyful, happy that you were able to achieve that thing you set out to achieve, right? And then you open your phone, and then one of your friends' posts comes on your timeline, and you see that, oh, he just got a Ferrari, or he just got a Lamborghini, or it looks like he's achieved something that is way, way bigger than what you have achieved, right? It looks like maybe he built a new house, way, way bigger than yours. Maybe you are in a rented apartment and he's building a very big house, and all of a sudden you lose your joy. You lose your joy not because you have not achieved anything, right? That thing that was making you joyful, right, and making you happy, right, at some point look like no achievement. It turns to a pebble in your hand. Now that's the poison of comparison. Comparison does not just steal your joy, it blinds you to your own progress. It's bad enough that it does that, but it goes beyond that to steal your vision, to kill your gratitude, and blind you to your own progress. You can study what people are doing. You can actually learn from what people are doing, right? Especially those who have achieved some results that you hope to achieve, right? But there are two things that are crucial for you to do in life: being the best version of yourself and doing what you are called to do in the best possible way. Comparison turns your milestones to mirages, right? So, say you hit a goal, you accomplish something, right? And next 5 minutes you're happy about what you have accomplished. And then you see somebody who seems to have accomplished something bigger and your joy evaporates, right? That's a trap of comparison, right? Comparison would label your enough as not enough. And it's not because your win is not big enough, not at all. It's just because you are reading your story in someone else's font. Comparison swaps purpose for performance. When a person is consumed with comparison, the person is more focused on impressing others than being effective. So he takes an action, but his main focus is impressing. Now remember this: when the audience becomes your compass, you definitely will lose your true north. Comparison breeds contempt, not just for others, but for yourself, right? So it starts with others. So at first, you seem to resent people who are ahead of you, people who seem to have accomplished more than you have. And then you begin to resent yourself, you begin to hate yourself for not accomplishing what others have accomplished, right? So comparison is not a motivator, it's a mute button on your momentum. Now that you know comparison is not the way to go, how can you kill the pressure of comparison and forge higher in life? Define your metrics before the world defines you. On one hand, comfort zone is not conducive for progress in life, right? On the other hand, unnecessary pressure is not either, right? So you need to find a balance between the two, and it comes when you define your metrics. What do you want to achieve? Somebody you know has achieved this, the other person you know has achieved that, but what do you want to achieve? Define your metrics. Know what you want to achieve. Set your timeline, right? Don't let the achievements of somebody you know or this other person you know affect your timelines and your metrics. There's pressure everywhere. Society has pressure. There's societal pressure. Pressure from, oh, by this time you are supposed to be this, by this time you are supposed to have accomplished this. But no, set your metrics. Run at your pace. No, you don't have a mate in this life, right? Set your metrics. Run at your pace. Avoid unnecessary pressure, right? It's not helpful for progress. It's not helpful for sustainable progress. Turn envy into evidence. Now, when you see somebody who has accomplished something that you hope to accomplish or you wish you accomplished, right? Don't just compare or engage in unhealthy comparison, right? Oftentimes comparison is an indication of admiration. It means that you want that thing. You love that thing. You love to accomplish what the person has accomplished. Now, so don't just engage in unhealthy comparison. Decode it, right? Every product is the result of a process. Decode the process. So each time you see somebody accomplish something that you wish you accomplished, right? You want to ask yourself, what skill produced this? Define what you admire, right, in the accomplishment. What is it that you admire, right? And then you want to ask yourself, what skill produced this? What skill produced this result? What habits sustain this, right? Many times things are not as accidental as people think, right? Every product is the result of a process. Build a clean room for your mind. Your mind is a processing unit, right? And what you feed your mind with, right, will determine what is processed out of your mind. So you want to deliberately feed your mind with things that will help you produce results that you admire. And as a habit, create before you consume. With endless scrolling as the norm for every social media platform, it's easy to just get lost consuming things that are not helpful for you and will not help you produce the results that you hope to accomplish, right? But create before you consume. Build a clean room for your mind, right? Your mind is like a processing unit, and it will only produce what you have fed it with. Start your day with creation before consumption. Now, it's easy to get lost in this age of endless scrolling on all social media platforms. You wake up in the morning, you're on your phones, and you begin to scroll and just keep consuming things that may not be helpful and will not help you produce results that you want to accomplish. Keep the phones away. Create, write something, plan. Do things that will help you achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. You set your metrics earlier, right? And you're working towards them. Feed your mind with things that will help you accomplish those things that you want to accomplish. Do things that will help you maintain your focus, remain focused. The race you are in rewards direction, not distraction. You don't need to be the best version of someone else, right? You need it to be the bravest version of you. You can observe others, you can learn from them, you can admire them, but run your race. If this has helped you, drop in the comment section, I run my race. Yeah, drop it in the comment section, I run my race. Yeah, and tag someone who needs to hear this. I'm Elo Otiede, and see you on the next one.